Hey y'all, Captain JJB84. Here are my top 10 best films of 2014, or favorite films of 2014. So, yeah, I don't need you going like, why isn't this film? Shut up, it's my list. um, I haven't seen everything, of course. I haven't seen Whiplash, which I really want to see. I haven't seen The Imitation Game, which I really want to see. Selma or Inherent Vice or stuff like that. I haven't seen those yet. So, let's just start from the bottom, work our way to the top. Number 10, and there are a few ties on this list. Number 10 is actually a tie between X-Men Days of Future Past and Captain America, The Winter Soldier. What can really be said? I mean, Days of Future Past saved X-Men, the series, really, because, when X-Men 3 came out, it was, this weird state of limbo. You know, there was that, which was terrible, that Origins Wolverine film, which was awful. And we had X-Men First Class, but I was kind of, nothing really, I was kind of worried. I thought, was anything going to come out of this? Because First Class was a great movie, but it didn't do very well box office-wise. It passed, it made more than its budget, but even still, not, crazy amounts. And we had the Wolverine, which is okay. And then finally we're on Days of Future Past, which was glorious, and it saved X-Men and made it awesome again. So we'll see what happens in X-Men Apocalypse. And I like that it felt like its own contained film. It wasn't just like, we're going to set up for the sequel. I mean, yeah, sure, we see Apocalypse at the end, but still, it's its own film. Anyways, tied with that is Captain America, The Winter Soldier. What can really be said? This made Captain America awesome. And, kind of put to shame a lot of the other Phase 2 films. I mean, I liked Iron Man 3, I like Thor the Dark World, but this is this did it, really. The Winter Soldier's great. The good chemistry between Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans. And I like I like that it's a political thriller in a superhero film, or the other way around. Number 9, another tie, is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Fury. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's like the thinking man's summer film. It's great. I think it's one of those things. It's like you see everything. Like you see the chips are on the table. It's just like, yeah, we see the humans, we see the apes, and I absolutely love seeing their two societies really, just like how different they are. And I just love the brutal, honesty of it. It's just like Jason Clarke at the end's or Malcolm's just like, look, we gave it a shot, but this is never going to work. There's no way we can coexist. Just stuff like that is just, yes, that's what we want. We don't want any of this happy ending stuff all the time. We want just brutal honesty, and that's what this film does, gives you the brutal honesty. A couple of friends of mine said the last, third was a bit predictable to them, this would happen, and, I don't know, some stuff I didn't predict. I mean, some stuff, yeah, I figured, but other stuff I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that. Tied to that is Fury. I saw this film actually again recently, and I was just shaken by it. I think it's great. There's a few things here and there, like Jai Courtney. Yeah, I mean, I get it, you're an asshole, but come on. Quit being an asshole all the time. But really, it's just great. I like that it's very, minimal on the story, and I would say almost on the characters at times, but I think that's kind of the point. It's just these are the guys, this is their life in the tank. And it's just some fantastic, tank versus tank scenes. I've heard other things like historical accuracy, but at the end of the day, I'm here to watch a movie, not sit there going, oh, we did this correctly, this incorrectly. But, yeah, Brad Pitt gives a great performance. I like Brad Pitt. I think, of those, big name A-listers, I think he's just a great actor. Logan Lerman's great. Even Shia LaBeouf is great. And he went to some extremes with this movie. Number 8, The Lego Movie. Blissful joyness. This movie is awesome! Everything is awesome! You'll never get that song out of your head. Not quite Let It Go level, but you will never get it out of your head. Uh-oh, did I just get Let It Go back into your heads? Whatever. Anyways, yeah, Lego Movie just is awesome. It's got great characters, it looks great, it's from my favorite directing pair, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Batman, my absolute favorite portrayal of Batman ever. A lot of great other stuff. The message, yeah, okay. The actual moral of it, like be creative, open your mind. That it is very much like you get it, you get it, you get it. Especially with the end. But I think it's still a good message to sort of like, oh, I woke up my poor doggy. I think it's still a good message, especially for something like Lego. I mean, this could have been a 90-minute commercial, but I'm so glad it wasn't. Granted, I did buy myself a Unikitty. Yeah, I think Unikitty's my favorite character. Anyways, number 7. This is a lot on a lot of people's top 10. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Come on. I mean, look. Imagine the pitch for this movie. It's just like, okay, yeah, we got Iron Man, we got Thor, we got Hulk, we got Captain America. We're gonna give you a sexy green assassin, a wrestler, a raccoon, a walking tree, and Chris Pratt as heroes. But I'm glad, like, it shows that Marvel is willing to take risks. I mean, Maximus, he's taking a risk by sleeping outside of his thing. It shows that Marvel is willing to take risks with stuff like this. I mean, look, this could have been like, without the hands of maybe like James Gunn and maybe its cast, this film just wouldn't be as good as it was. I think, Confused Matthew has kind of ripped this movie apart, but he's Confused Matthew. He can go fuck himself sometimes. But yeah, it's just, a few things here and there, like Ronan I thought was a bit of a boring villain. He looked cool. And maybe Gamora wasn't as fleshed out as much, but she's still, like, neat. Good character, and, oh, man. I always thought Zoe Saldana was good looking, but something about being green. A friend of mine made a good joke saying, with all the intense makeup in this film, like, someone's going to get some sort of sickness or disease after this movie was done. And yeah, Robert Downey Jr. said is, like, his favorite Marvel film. And even Al Pacino was like, yeah, I think it's an awesome movie. And he's even said, I've had meetings with Marvel. I want to be in one of these things. Yeah, well, that's the great thing about Marvel. I like that when superhero films can attract like really like respectable talent like that. Number 6, and these are the 2 biggest surprises for me this year: Edge of Tomorrow and John Wick. Boom. Yeah, these were just 2 nice surprises. They're like, let's talk about Edge of Tomorrow, because that was like the big surprise. Whoop, oh shit, my list. Yeah, when every preview I saw for Edge of Tomorrow, I thought, this is going to be stupid. Like, it just looks so overly complicated. It looks very dramatic. In reality, it's the action of Saving Private Ryan with the comedy of, Groundhog Day, with the premise of Source Code. Yeah, okay, kind of like that. With the characters of Source Code, because characters in Source Code are great. I mean, Tom Cruise for a while there, he like kind of lost me, but he still has it. He can still pull it off. Plays a big wimp. Emily Blunt. I love the fact that I like that Emily Blunt. She's in the movie, but I love that she wasn't portrayed as some like overly sexualized, like, look at me, I'm badass and hot type thing. No, I love that she wasn't portrayed like that. Just like, look, I'm tough and I'm a chick, deal with it. But, everyone respects her, and she has a fucking sword, which was awesome. Yeah, the only thing that is, like, the real just middle finger is, of course, the ending, which is just like, what? What? Which is more just, like, confusing and maddening than anything. I think it would have been best if it ended with they blew up the thing and it was like the Alpha or whatever was infecting Tom Cruise or whatever. Just cut to black right there. Just, oh, what happened? And yeah, it's just great, and it evidenced that like this film had like 100 writers. I'm not joking. I said Wikipedia at one point it was like 11 writers or something. Some good, some bad, and yeah. Tied with that is John Wick, another great surprise, proving that Keanu Reeves still has it. Keanu Reeves was doing just crap for years. But yeah, he still has it. And just the whole world of itself feels very like film noir-esque, almost like adding color to Sin City, maybe, in a way. well, in the everything, it kind of feels like something out of a comic book, something out of something. Like it's a very like stylized film. Like even the subtitles are like, depending who's speaking, they'll be like a different color or a different font. Everything that looks and feels about it. A lot of it was sort of inspired by anime, comics, and other stuff. And a lot of the stunts were from the stunt people who did the Matrix films. So great. Keanu Reeves still has it, and just a great motivation. You killed my dog. I'm gonna murder you. Brilliant. I also like that his wife dies. John Wick's Keanu Reeves' wife dies in the film, but not for anything mob related, but just natural causes. I just thought that was a nice touch. And yeah, and I bet Russians are watching this film going like, is this how they see us? Anyways, number 5, Gone Girl. Evidence that Ben Affleck can in fact act, that Rosamund Pike can in fact act, and most importantly, that Tyler Perry can act. Like, I was like, oh my god, he's acting! Oh my god! It's it's just a great thriller. It's a David Fincher film. That's what you get. Not much else to say apart from it is fucked up. The best thing about this film is that you don't know who to trust, really. I like that. It's like, do we trust Ben Affleck? It's like, oh, he's done some bad things. Do we trust Rosamund Pike? Oh, wow, she's fucked up. Do we trust Neil Patrick Harris? Oh, wow, he's also messed up. Yeah, okay. Who do we trust? Number 4, Nightcrawler. No, not Nightcrawler, superhero. Nightcrawler, the Jake Gyllenhaal. The Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't in this movie. No, he is that great in this movie. Very much film noir, thriller-esque. It's great. I'm just running out of time here. Very much just like nice and edgy. I just love it's just like he has no sense of like morality or ethics. It's just like I'm gonna have my partner die so I can get so I can get this. Number 3 is Wild. I like Reese Witherspoon a lot. This is the kind of stuff that I really like. Characters going on journeys to sort of discover themselves. My favorite line in Wild is that when Reese Witherspoon says to herself, like, even if I finish this, I have nowhere to go. Just something about that, just the brutal honesty of it all. Yeah, it ends in a very much Hollywood-esque way. And what is it with these, like, true stories that always end with showing pictures of the real person? I don't know, it just kind of puts it out of perspective, really. Granted that they two look like Cheryl Strayed and Reese Witherspoon do look alike. Anyways, number 2, Birdman. Birdman Pig. Yes, this is great. It's just Birdman does so many things right, and that's that whole, is it filmed in one take? I don't know. But Birdman does so many things just fantastic, really. This sort of look at, like, you know, the difference between actor and celebrity. Actually, it was a good interview with Ethan Hawke. Apparently he was in the running for Doctor Strange. And he was saying, like, you know, that's a lot of time working, but not acting. Okay, to which I say, fuck you, Ethan Hawke. I respect you, but come on. Lovely. But yeah, it's just great, and I just love all the shit that goes on, all the mayhem, just to get this play on the road, and Michael Keaton is just a fantastic performance. I hope he wins. I hope he's nominated for something. And my number 1 favorite film, you all know it, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Yes, this film hits me on the most sentimental level in the feels. It's so full of feels. I read the other day, a lot of the stuff that actually happens in this film, including that one scene, was based on the director's actual life, Dean Dubois. I'm pronouncing that right. He was also a Canadian guy. But this is just everything I wanted it. When I first heard about the sequel, I thought, I don't know. But then I saw the stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. I saw this film 4 times in theaters this year. Yeah, I love this film so much. It was the first, I think it's the only DVD I bought this year. The only DVD I bought this year, so yeah. But yeah, this film just hits it all right in the great areas. Characters are great. You know, the villain, I think he's great. Some say he's like, oh, he's a little underdeveloped. I'm like, I think he's cool. I mean, like, the first film didn't really have a villain. Here's a villain. The voice cast is great. Cate Blanchett's in it, so I'm already happy. We got Canadians and Australians in it. I hope it wins the Best Animated Film Oscar. And I saw a great list the other day, 5 reasons why it should be nominated for Best Picture, and I agree with every single one of those reasons. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, those are it, my 10 favorite films. To recap, number 10, X-Men Days of Future Past, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Number 9, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Fury. Number 8, The Lego Movie. Number 7, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 6, Edge of Tomorrow and John Wick. Number 5, Gone Girl. Number 4, Nightcrawler. Number 3, Wild. Number 2, Birdman. And my number 1 favorite film of the year, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Alright, stay tuned for top 10 worst films of 2014.